Shit, that is bright. I was gonna take this video on the selfie camera, but there was no light to take it. So now I'm just gonna stare into this flashlight. I'm laying in bed and I didn't want to get up and turn the lights on. So here we are. I'm in pensive mode and I've just been thinking, and I would like to capture this before it slips out of my mind. I've learned that doing things in a very emotional state, I tend to regret those decisions. I would say 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10 times. When I'm very angry or very sad or very emotionally desperate, the decisions that I make in those times are just never good. And I find myself trying to go back and to undo them. And then it's well, this is so stupid. Why did I do this in the first place? And I regret doing this. And damn, I really wish I never did that or said that or went there. And moreover, I relate that to the season that I was in when I joined the Marine Corps. I say a lot of things that sound good when you ask me oh, why did you join? I say all the right answers. I say all this stuff that sounds just so meritorious. I joined to escape the hell that I was living in. I'm a family guy, and my family was a disaster, and I felt no peace. And I had a lot of chaos inside of me. Had a lot of personal trauma and problems I didn't even know that I had, and just all of it, I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't know how to cope with it or how to fix things. There's still a lot I don't know how to fix. There's some stuff that I've got a lot more knowledge on, and going to counselors and the MFLAC and the chaplain and stuff, it's helped to shed a light on I would say a lot of it, but I still feel there's a lot of it that's just mysterious to me. It's still stuff that I don't know how to go about, and stuff that I've been told that oh, you need to do this, or oh, this is why that is making you feel that way, or so it's okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's that might sound kind of confusing, but it's I'll go to a counselor, right, and I'll talk to him, and they'll say one thing, and they'll be oh, you need to do this, or they'll give me a technique or something, and it's giving somebody a tool that they've never seen and they don't know how to use, but they're oh, just do this and it'll fix it. And it's they give me a tool and I don't know how to use this tool. Okay, I know I've been thinking this way and I know that's wrong, but think this way. It's how do you rewire your brain? I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to, and maybe that sounds silly. Maybe I should know how to do that. Maybe, it's more simple than what I'm making it out to be. But, like, don't derive your personal value from your family or your family company or the relationships you have with your family or, like, your girlfriend. And getting so attached to a girlfriend, trying to fill this void that your family left, and that can lead to problems on its own. I'm trying not to go down rabbit holes. Moving back to the main discussion that I was trying to hit at is making decisions in emotional states you regret. Like, don't do something when you're angry, sit and think about it. I think the Bible even talks about this. I made the decision to join the military in a very emotionally distressed and weak state. I was just looking for an escape. And I think doing that has given me more life experiences, for sure. But I think it's made my personal trauma and, like, my family disaster worse. Because now I virtually have no relationship with my mom or my sisters. I talk to my youngest sister the most, and we hardly talk, if that tells you anything. And it just makes me sad, man. It just breaks my heart, dude. Like, I've been gone for 3 years, and they've grown up so much. And it's like, I don't even know them anymore. I don't even know my siblings anymore. It feels like, especially Katie and Anna. And mom and dad splitting, and if you talk to dad, mom's the bad guy, and if you talk to mom, dad's the bad guy. And it's like, that's, it's like there's a constant tug of war on, all of the kids, including me. Even though I know better, I know it takes two. They were both, like, very problematic in their relationship, but I even still get pulled back and forth in that. So I made this decision in a state where I should have just, I can't say that because I don't know what I should have done. I don't know what I should have done. I was desperate. I was desperate for an escape. I was desperate to just get away from the pain. I was, like, suffering. I would wake up and I would just, like, lay there, like, just feeling numb. And I didn't know what to do with my life. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was out of college. I didn't have the money to return, nor did I have the why to return. I hated schoolwork. Terrible at algebra. And the more I look at it and try to figure it out, like, it just makes me feel stupid. And I know that I'm not stupid. I'm very smart mechanically, and I'm very, like people smart. But I didn't want to go back to school, and I didn't want to just settle down in my family company. Part of me feels like it's a dead end, and it's just like, it's not just an uphill battle, it's like an up mountain battle. That's what it feels like. And the grade is, like, really, really steep. It's like one of my internal confessions. I say I have all these plans for it, And like I've got all these visions and like things that I want to do with my family company, but it's so like scary, it's terrifying. And it's like, you know, you hear these people on YouTube say like, oh, the best thing I ever did was bet on myself. Well, I mean, yeah, that would be betting on myself, but it's like really fucking scary. It's like there's no safety net, and I take it so seriously. Maybe too seriously. Maybe I take myself too seriously. And life too seriously. Because all this shit stresses me out. I was home so stressed out, and to the point where it was almost like I got pushed over the edge, and it was like, instead of feeling stress anymore, I didn't feel anything at all. And I didn't care. Like, I didn't care to have a job. I didn't care about anything. And then a while after that, I started, like, to feel some again. And then I was thinking, like, oh my God, I'm a loser. I have to do something with myself. Like, I can't just be here stagnant. This again goes with all the pressure that I put on myself. So I was like, man, that recruiter at the gym that I met, I can't even remember his name right now. He was a staff sergeant. Eames, something like that. Staff Sergeant Eames, Staff Sergeant Eames. If something like that. Dude got kicked out. It's a wild story. But here I am. I'm feeling the same way right now as I did when I first joined. It's like, if I could compare this to anything, this makes sense to me right now. I would compare it to just getting into another relationship while you're still broken. It just makes things worse. And I feel like that's what I did with my life. Instead of trying to seek healing and try to fix things, I just hopped into another relationship. And this relationship is with the military. So how do you go forward from this?